The mine has opened. The forest breathes, and the last secret of Ashbrook is ready to be heard. Marla came here for answers. Now she has to decide, will she escape the cycle or become part of it? This is the final chapter, the last silence. The root waits for a voice. Welcome to the end of Ashbrook. Episode 10, The One Who Listens, Part 1, The Mine Opens. The bell tower split at dawn, not with noise, but with silence. A jagged crack runs down the side like a wound, raw and fresh. The old stones bleed sap, not dust. Ashbrook doesn't scream. It exhales. Fog, once thick as wool, rolls backward into the ground, curling around itself like breath pulled back into lungs. And then, the mine opens. Its gates, rust-welded for decades, now stand wide. No hinges screeched, no locks broke. The earth simply let go. No one hears it, not with their ears, but everyone feels it. A deep pull beneath their ribs, like gravity's been altered, drawn down and in. Marla is the first to move. She stands at the edge of the mine, the others behind her too scared to speak. She hears Vera, not like a memory, not like a dream, but present. Her sister's voice, calm, warm, the way it used to sound before she vanished. "Come down," Vera whispers. It's not what they said. The group hesitates, no, but the mine does not wait. They descend. Torches, flashlights, a flare. The air in the mine is wrong. It's not stale. It's warm, damp, and full of breath, like walking into a mouth. Stone doesn't line the walls. Instead, something fibrous, veined, wet. The walls pulse. Kayla lifts her light. The surface of the tunnel seems to shimmer, not reflect, shimmer, like muscle twitching beneath skin. Elias checks his camera. Already, the feed jitters. Glitch lines flicker across the screen. "This isn't rock," he mutters. "It's not even earth." Grant stares into the wall, unmoving. Nora touches it. It's warm. Behind them, the mine shifts. The mouth closes. The tunnel they entered is gone, replaced by seamless flesh-like timber, smooth and ridged. "No turning back," Travis says. The tunnel groans in reply. Ash falls upward. It floats around them like snowfall reversed, drifting toward a ceiling none of them can see. Nora speaks first. "Why is it falling up?" No one answers. Deeper in, the walls widen, barely. A chamber opens, not carved, grown. The group steps cautiously inside. The floor flexes subtly beneath their feet, as though resting on something alive, or something that just stopped moving. Along the wall's symbols, scorched into the fibers like tattoos burned into skin. Marla studies one, a spiral. Inside the spiral, a single eye, scratched over again and again. "Something watches down here," she whispers. Travis paces. The deeper they go, the more wrong it feels. The air shouldn't be this thick, the walls shouldn't breathe. Then Elias lifts his camera again and sees something the others don't. Behind Marla, in the static, a shape, small, barefoot, facing the wall. Vera, or something wearing Vera's skin. He lowers the camera. Nothing is there, but Marla stiffens. She hears her name. Again, Marla. "Come home," her voice. The group presses forward. The path tightens again, then splits. One path winds upward, toward rock. The other descends into something darker than black. "Which way?" Kayla asks. No one answers. Grant begins to mutter again, not in English, the same language from before, that dead tongue. But his voice is different now, steadier, more fluent, and then his flashlight dies. Total darkness, until the walls glow. Pale veins beneath the surface begin to pulse with soft yellow light, like bioluminescent nerves. A heartbeat, slow, deliberate. The floor begins to breathe again. Each exhale saps warmth from their bones. Each inhale steals a memory they barely notice slipping away. Nora blinks and forgets her mother's face for half a second. Travis forgets why he's angry. Marla forgets what Vera looked like before the screaming. They descend. Every step takes something. They don't talk about it. Because the mind isn't just open, it's listening. And it doesn't want them to leave whole. Part 2. The walls remember what you denied. The mind breathes. A slow, measured exhale rolls through the tunnels, not from wind, but from something much deeper. The group moves cautiously, flashlights flickering, the air thick with humidity, and a strange sweetness that clings to the tongue like rot and honey. The tunnel forks. No signs, no choices, just instinct. And the mind, it chooses for them. Kayla slows, her beam catching something pale down the left branch. The flicker of a shape. A girl. Her own voice murmurs, too far away to be real. She follows, barely conscious of the others calling her name. Behind her, Grant stops walking. His breath shallows. His eyes widen, fixating on the walls. No longer rock, but smooth and gray, pulsing like tissue. He touches the surface. It parts. Not visually, but mentally. A fissure in his mind. A root splits from his chest in the vision that seizes him, blooming like a branch wet with blood. Veins stretch and crackle. He falls to his knees, screaming, but no sound escapes his lips, only a rasp. Then the whisper. You were chosen to listen. Down another branch, Travis walks alone. The tunnel expands into a suburban street, one from his childhood, but the sky is wrong. A red moon. The houses lean. His childhood home is burning. He runs toward it, heart pounding. At the door, he finds a younger version of himself holding a matchbook. You never stopped it, the boy says. You just made it burn deeper. The house collapses inward. Travis stumbles backward, landing in a tunnel again. Ash in his mouth, smoke rising from his sleeves. Elsewhere, Kayla walks through a corridor entirely made of her old bedroom. Walls of wallpaper, the scent of her mother's perfume, the weight of childhood pressing in. A child sits on the bed, knees drawn to her chest. Kayla stares. The child looks up. She's identical, but her eyes are black and ancient. You forgot us, the child says. No, You let them bury me, and now you carry the weight. The child reaches out. Her hand is splintered wood beneath the skin. Kayla screams. The vision vanishes. Marla, further in, hears the softest voice of all. Marla. She stops. Standing just ahead is Vera, not as she remembers her, but young. 9 years old, pale from fever, draped in a white sheet stained with ash. She's hiding behind curtains of dust, peeking through with wide, afraid eyes. Why didn't you come back? Vera asks. I tried. I searched for you. You looked away, Vera interrupts. And now something else has taken my place. The curtain drops. When Marla pulls it back, Vera is gone, replaced by a crude drawing of her face scrawled in charcoal on the wall, and beneath it is Marla's name. The tunnel exhales again, louder now as if it's feeding on what it's been shown. One by one, the group stumbles out of their visions, collapsing into the same central corridor, gasping like drowning survivors, dragged from dream-deep waters. Grant clutches his chest, a handprint burned into his shirt. Not from fire, but pressure. Travis's fingers are black with soot that wasn't there before. Kayla keeps glancing over her shoulder, expecting her younger self to reappear. Marla doesn't speak. She only looks down at her hands, seeing ash etched in every crease. Behind them, the tunnels shift. Close. Seal. No one says it aloud, but they all feel it. Their memories were not stolen. They were rewritten, and something down here is still editing. Part 3. The Root God's Voice. The tunnel twists violently, narrowing around them. Marla keeps one hand on the wall, feeling it pulse like something breathing through splinters. Kayla. We're going in circles. I swear we've passed this. Not before. Nora. We're not. It's changing. Grant stumbles. His eyes are wide, bloodshot, rimmed with gray fungus. A film glistens over them like wax paper stretched thin. Grant. It's here. He drops to his knees, coughing violently. His whole body spasms. Bits of bark and black sap fall from his lips. He claws at his throat. Travis, he's choking. Grant. No. He lifts his head. But it's not Grant behind those eyes anymore. Grant, but not. We are the rot that listens. We are the breath in the roots. We were here before stone. Everyone freezes. The tunnel darkens. Not from light, from presence. The very air thickens, curdling with spores and scentless decay. Grant, you tried to burn what grew. But fire cannot kill a god made of memory. Elias. What are you? Grant tilts his head, almost amused. Grant, this place, this town, this cradle of bark and blood. Ashbrook did not begin. It bloomed. Kayla. That's not true. This was a town. People lived. Here, Grant. Number people were fed here. Grant stands. His skin has begun to crack along the edges of his face, revealing a dark, fibrous underlayer like petrified wood. His fingers twitch, joints swelling. Grant, you watered it with forgetting, you fed it with fear. And now it's time to finish the cycle. Nora. What cycle? Grant, every 7 generations. A harvest, a sacrifice, a return, and always, someone listens. Behind them, the walls groan. Roots split through the seams in the floor and crawl toward Grant, not attacking, but cradling him like a child. Travis raises a torch, uncertain. Travis. We stop this now. We end it. Grant laughs. A dry clicking sound. Grant, end it. You are inside it. Kayla. You're not him anymore. Grant blinks slowly. For just a second, his own voice cracks through. Grant, weak. Kill me. Then it's gone. The roots rise higher, weaving around his legs like armor. Elias. He's gone. That thing's using him as a mouthpiece. Grant. You all heard the bell. You felt the shift, the breath beneath the sound. We are awake. We will listen through you. Marla steps forward. Tears sting her. Eyes, Marla, what did you do with my sister? Grant's head snaps toward her. Grant, she never left. She changed. She became Kayla. No, that's not Grant. Look. He points to the wall. A smooth surface pulls apart like skin unzipping, revealing embedded shapes beneath. Too large to be seeds, too small to be corpses. Inside, faces, dozens of them, some human, some not quite. And one looks just like Vera. Marla gasps, reaching out. Nora pulls her back. Nora, don't. That's how it spreads. Travis, we need to go. Now. Grant steps. Side Grant, there is no door, only descent. Suddenly, the floor beneath him collapses, silently. He falls, but the roots catch him, lowering his body into the dark like an offering. Grant, it has chosen. It only waits for one more. His voice fades into the deep. The tunnel, behind the group, begins to grow over, bark stretching like scar tissue, sealing their path. Elias. He's right. We can't go back. Travis. Then we go forward. They turn. Ahead, the air vibrates with a low hum. No wind, no echo, just pulse. Kayla. We end it, or we die down here. Marla. No, not die. Nora. Then what? Marla. We take root. The tunnel ahead yawns open. Not dug, but grown. It breathes in. They step forward, and behind them a voice not theirs murmurs from the walls. Welcome home. Part 4. Vera still speaks. The tunnel splits like a crack through bone. Marla walks ahead of the others, drawn by something deeper. A feeling, not a voice, but somehow familiar. The others call after her, but their voices fall away, muffled by the roots in the walls. The passage narrows and begins to slope down. The air changes, no longer musty but sweet, almost floral, like rotting petals left too long in the sun. At the base of the slope, Marla reaches a door. It's not made of wood or stone. It's grown, fibrous and veined, pulsing slightly, like it's breathing. She raises her hand. The door shudders open. Inside is a chamber glowing with soft amber light. The walls glisten, thick with sap. Symbols are carved in the bark, the same ones from the orphanage floorboards, from the mirror corridors, the same ones that circled her dreams. And in the center of the chamber, rooted like a shrine, is Vera. Her body is part of the room now. Skin turned bark, veins threaded with sap. Her limbs stretched into the wall like grafted branches. Her mouth, slightly open but silent. Her eyes move. Slowly, they find Marla, and Marla falls to her knees. The room doesn't respond. It holds its breath. She reaches forward, trembling. She touches Vera's arm. It's warm. The bark peels slightly beneath her touch, not in rejection, but recognition. Then, the chamber collapses inward. Not the walls. Memory. Marla is pulled down into something that isn't now and never was. They're children again, standing in the ash-filled kitchen of their old home. Smoke creeps along the floor. Outside the window, the sky is the color of bruised fruit. Vera is crying, hiding behind the curtains, whispering that someone is coming. Something from the mine. Marla remembers shouting at her to be quiet, that there was no such thing, that grown-ups don't believe in stories carved into old wood. But now, Vera doesn't look at her in fear. She smiles. "I stayed," she says. "So you wouldn't have to, but you came anyway." The memory fractures. They're older now. Vera is sick, Marla is leaving. The room flickers like a film caught in a jammed reel. "You forgot me," Vera says, "and it still found you." Back in the chamber, Marla gasps and jerks away. Her hand is coated in golden sap. Vera's eyes close, just for a moment. Behind her, the tunnel breathes again. The others are near, their voices carried like echoes from another life. Marla doesn't speak. She just watches her sister, rooted, silent, remembered. Then from somewhere deep below, the mine groans. A long, dragging breath drawn through ancient lungs. Vera's mouth moves. One word, not spoken, not really, but heard. Run, and the light dies. Part 5. The choice that cannot be undone. The roots twist tighter around the walls as the ceiling cracks and groans above. The group stares at the hollow clearing at the heart of the mine, an impossible circular space pulsing with breath-like motion. In the center sits a throne of bone and soil, wrapped in vines anchored by children's bones and broken masks. It isn't just placed there, it grew there. Grant stands on shaking legs, his eyes unfocused. Bark peeks from beneath his skin like something struggling to break free. Grant, it's finished. Kayla. What is? Grant. The ring. The cycle. It's sealed. But someone still has to sit. Travis. Sit where? He gestures toward the throne. The roots at its base crawl upward slowly like fingers curling an invitation. Grant. That's where the listener rests. That's how it keeps breathing. Travis. We're not feeding that thing, Kayla. Grant, you said someone has to sit. What happens? If no one does, Grant, then the ring breaks and the rot runs wild. Elias. Define wild. Grant, no more containment. The roots don't stop at Ashbrook. They grow wherever shadow touches ground. Memory will rot. Names will burn. People will become stories. Marla steps forward, staring at the seat. Marla. Then we burn the roots. Travis nods, already pulling a match from his pocket. Travis. Exactly what I was thinking. Grant, you don't understand. The fire will make it worse. Fire doesn't break the bond, it feeds it. Sacrifice. That's the only way to lull it back to sleep. Travis, bullshit. That's what they want you to think. Grant, you saw it. You all saw it. Vera didn't die. She was planted, Kayla, and now she's part of it. Grant, she stayed, so the rest of us wouldn't have to. Travis, you're not seriously considering? Marla turns to him. Marla, my sister gave her life so this place would hold, but it didn't, because I came back, and maybe that was the mistake. Travis, no. No one's sitting in that thing. The ground pulses. The ceiling drips black sap. Somewhere behind them, the tunnels collapse inward. The mine is folding around this moment. Nora, we don't have time. It's choosing now. Alias lifts his camera, but it glitches again, distorting the shapes. Everyone's face looks slightly wrong. Stretched, melted, like they're already being rewritten. Travis. We find another way. We fight. Grant. There is no other way. He steps toward the throne. Kayla grabs his arm. Kayla, don't. It's not meant to be you. Grant, it already is. But then, Marla steps forward. Everyone falls silent. She looks up at the spiraling ceiling, breathes deep. Marla, no. It's me, Travis. Marla, don't. Marla. I came back for her. I followed the trail all the way here. I reopened the wound. If someone has to anchor it again, it should be me. Kayla. It'll take you. Marla. Maybe. Or maybe I'll be what stops it. She walks slowly to the throne. Each step echoes like a closing chapter. The air grows warmer, heavier. Roots part for her, sensing her intent. She stands before the seat, looks back at Kayla, Nora, Grant, Travis, Elias, Marla. Promise me you'll remember the real version, not what the roots show you, not the stories. Me. She sits. The throne tightens, vines sliding up her arms and chest, curling along her spine. Her body jerks once, then calms. She exhales. Everything stills. The ceiling no longer drips. The roots stop twitching. The mine hums, a deep harmonious note, as if the forest itself has inhaled peace. Then, a whisper from beneath their feet. Marla's voice. Stay with me. Just a little longer. Silence. Then, a new root bursts. From the center of the throne, sprouting a tiny black flower. Its petals twitch like breathing. Travis, what now? Grant, now. We leave before it changes its mind. Part 6. The one who listens. The walls close in like ribs. Roots coil from the ceiling like slow snakes, twitching softly. The air in the chamber hums, not sound, but pressure, like the entire forest is holding its breath. Marla steps forward, her feet echoing across the root-slick floor. No one speaks. No one stops her. Kayla whispers, don't. Marla doesn't turn. She stares at the root throne, a seat formed from antlers, petrified wood, sinew. It's not built. It's grown. It doesn't wait to be sat on. It waits to absorb. Travis speaks. We can find another way. But even he doesn't believe it. Grant, half-conscious, lies cradled in Nora's lap. His skin is graying, the veins under his jaw black and branching. I heard her, Marla says quietly. I heard Vera. She's still down there. Nora shakes her head. You don't owe this place anything. Marla turns, her eyes calm. I do. It raised us, buried us, fed on us, and we kept coming back. You think this is the first time? I think we've all sat in that seat already, over and over. She climbs the short root stair leading to the throne. Every step sounds like old wood splitting. Elias raises his camera. The lens shatters. Just from aiming it. Please don't, Kayla says again, this time closer to a sob. Marla runs her hand across the back of the throne. It's warm. It pulses. It breathes. I came looking for Vera, she says, but I think I found myself. She sits for a moment. Nothing. Then the roots move. They snake up her legs, gently, like vines seeking sunlight. Her fingers twitch. Her eyes go distant. Travis yells her name. Nora stands. Grant convulses. And Marla smiles. The throne groans beneath her, bark folding inward, swallowing her silhouette into its ribs. A wind howls through the cavern from nowhere. The torches sputter. The fog, which had choked every inch of Ashbrook, begins to peel back, like skin. Above, the mine shakes. Outside, the bell tower lets out a final cracking groan, then collapses in on itself, a silent fall like an exhausted breath. Birds scatter from trees. The sky clears unnaturally fast. The color returns to the air, but it feels wrong. Too blue, too still. Grant stirs, his breath normal again. The black in his veins recedes, leaving behind pale, trembling flesh. Nora helps him to his feet, Travis. Leads them back the way they came. Or perhaps the path opens for them. The mine no longer traps. It exhales them. The town of Ashbrook is empty. No sound, no people, no fog. They stand in the main street. The windows are dark. The church bell is gone. Then, a noise from beneath their feet. Not a bell, not a voice. A heartbeat from deep underground. Below the mine, below the bones, below the throne, beneath it all. Marla opens her eyes. She sits in perfect stillness. Roots growing through her spine, her arms now bark, her hair laced with sap. She does not breathe, but her eyes move, and in the flickering root light of the cavern, she smiles again. She is not Marla anymore. She is what listens, the listener, and Ashbrook has fed her well. Ashbrook was never built. It bloomed, fed by memory, watered with silence, harvested in sacrifice. Some towns are born from soil and stone, others from forgetting. They say every 7 generations, a door opens, not one you see, but one you feel. A breath behind the walls, a heartbeat beneath your name, and someone always has to sit. Someone always has to listen. Vera stayed to protect it. Marla came back to end it. But the town had other plans. Now the fog has lifted. The streets are quiet. The sky hangs just a little farther away, but deep below, she listens, and the roots are growing again. Ashbrook sleeps for now, but roots remember. And what's buried doesn't always stay quiet. If you want more, like, subscribe, and stay close. The forest isn't done with us yet.